Hi everyone. I guess every one of us must have watched Harry Potter series. So thought of sharing some points of wisdom from the Harry Potter series. The first one, it does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live. We must take small action steps every day towards our dreams, but that does not mean we must be so obsessed about our dreams that we forget to live. We must keep smiling and enjoying the process along the way. Next, it is not our abilities that show who we are, it is our choices. Our everyday choices will help us achieve more in life rather than our abilities. Our self-discipline, our moral values, our character, our integrity, our importance for our mind, body and soul, which is in the form of exercising, having nutritive food, having a disciplined lifestyle and contributing towards the character formation of the society as well, are the points which will help us grow more in life in comparison to our abilities, because in today's changing world we constantly need to keep updating our skills. Only then we can survive. So our next point is, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if someone only remembers to turn on the light. This is another beautiful point. What it focuses on is, during the dark hours of our life, during our struggles, and we must focus on our blessings. At that time we need to focus more on our blessings, because it is difficult for us to otherwise divert ourselves from our struggles. And in order to divert ourselves from our struggles and realize the hidden blessings on life, we must look at the positive sides even in the negative situation. Next, picture the thing you fear and turn it into something funny. Whatever you fear most, sit quietly and think about it and try and convert it into something funny. For example, if you have too much of work to do, don't just get obsessed about and get some panic attacks regarding that. Just think about doing 6 things together at the same time, and you will smile and it will make you feel a little light. Moreover, when you convert your tensions and your problems into something less heavy, then that is when you will be able to face them more confidently. So convert your fears into something funny is about taking things lightly so that you can face them with boldness. Next is, what you fear most is fear itself. This is very wise. If you are the wisest person if you fear most is fear itself, because once we are confident enough and we to face our fears, we can face anything in life. There is nothing that we cannot face. The worst thing is to not be able to face our fears. That is what makes us weak, and once you become weak, you are simply deteriorating, you are not progressing. Next, when we live very worst memories, our pain becomes our power. When we face our worst circumstances, the ones we don't want to face ever, that time turn your pain into power. Don't let your pain conquer you, instead conquer your pain. See the beauty in others, especially when they cannot see it themselves. Sometimes people cannot see how valuable they are, and because of that they get into things which are negative, and they start treating you also in the same way. But that is not at that time you need to be strong enough to see the good in them and make them realize their positive sides and help them come out of that negative mindset and negative circle. Next, working hard is important, but there is something more important: believing in yourself. No matter how hard you work or how much perfect you are in your work, the only thing that will make you successful is when you believe in yourself and place yourself out in the world with confidence. That is when you can bring the real change in your personal life as well. Now next is, we all have the dark and bright side inside us. What matters is what we choose to act upon. Everyone has the feelings of fear, anger, frustration, regret, or whatever kinds of negative situation you can talk about. We all face them, but the difference is how you face them. One will act with wisdom, the other out of pure jealousy or a kind of resentment or whatever. Your character will be better only once you choose wisdom instead of getting one-on-one with others. Next, it is not how you are like, it is how you are not. Everyone behaves this way, we should present ourselves, or that way we should come out. More than that, think about what are the negative traits of your own personality. That is when we will realize where we need to correct ourselves. And once we correct ourselves, we can correct the world itself. Next, things we lose has a way of coming back to us in the end. It's just not always the way we expect. Sometimes we have a beautiful picture of how our dreams should be executed, but they don't happen that way. Sometimes we have to go out of our comfort zone and do some things which we would normally not have done. And that is what you will get, what you desire for. Everyone gets what they want, but you have to be flexible enough on how it comes to you. It's something that we have, something the devil is fighting for. Realize that why the devil is fighting against you. There must be something special in you which the devil wants to take away from you, or wants to subside it so low that it never emerges again. And that think about it and work on it. Don't let the devil conquer you, conquer the devil itself. And that you can do by letting God handle your problems and being righteous in your deeds and walking with God in your process of life. Next, devil's greatest weapon is you. This is something to think about again. Devil uses us against ourselves. He makes us weak. He makes us shatter our confidence and our self-esteem, our self-respect. Never let that happen to you. If there are some belief systems that need to be changed, work upon it. No problems. That I don't mean to say don't accept criticism. If it actually is for your better, change for the better. But don't lose yourself just because of accepting someone else. There is no light without the dark, and so it is with magic. Strive to live within the light. We appreciate light most during the dark hours of our life, right? Moon looks more beautiful when the clouds are dark. Why? Because it is that time we desire the light, the maximum. Not during the daylight, and the magic is the same form. Magic happens in your life when you face struggles, when you are facing your deepest fears, your regrets, or your troubles or your misfortunes. At that time, magic happens in your life only once when you believe in yourself and you have the right eyes to acknowledge the magic. Otherwise, it will happen and you will just keep cribbing and crying, and you will not even notice the great opportunities that are coming along your way during the toughest hours of your life. You have nothing to fear if you have nothing to hide. If you are crystal clear with your acts that they are right, you are not doing any wrong, you are not cheating on anyone, you are not blaming anyone for your misfortunes, or you are not being negative even in a positive circumstances. You are facing the world in the right spirit. You are not acting upon greed or jealousy or things like that. You are walking the path of wisdom. That is when you have nothing to fear, and when you have nothing to fear, you can keep your head up high and walk with grace. Respect for teachers is maintained in the entire Harry Potter series, which is something to appreciate. Next, and the best part in the series, I personally feel, is J.K. Rowling had the wisdom of not giving anyone the hope of making the dead alive, even in fiction. This is a very important point. Many people everyone loses their loved ones sometime or the other, and at that time, sometimes some of us get so weak and disturbed that we often try to find ways of bringing our loved ones back, and which is not possible. So I like the wisdom of Harry Potter series, of J.K. Rowling, that she had the wisdom of not giving anyone such kind of hopes. So I guess these are some of the beautiful wisdom points to live your life by. Thank you. Take care.